Let me just take you back to our top story here on DW. Breaking news, a car has crashed into a crowd on a busy street in a popular shopping district here in Berlin. Rescue services say one person's been killed and several others injured. Police have detained a man suspected to be the driver. It's not clear at this point whether the crash was intentional. Let's join DW reporter Joel Dolroy, who's there on the Kurfürsten Dam, one of Berlin's busy shopping streets where this happened. Welcome, Joel. What more can you tell us?
Well, what we can say is what the police have just given an update about, which is that we know that more than a dozen people have been injured in this accident or this incident. We're still not sure exactly of the cause yet, and the police were very, very keen to stress that. They do not know the cause. They don't know whether it was an accident or whether it was something intentional. What we know is that the people who were injured and the man who was killed were on the street. Now, it's a very busy street here at the moment because this is one of Berlin's busiest shopping districts. All of the major brands have their flagship shops here, and there are lots of tourists about and shoppers about this week particularly. So it's been very full at the moment. There's still lots of people around now looking at what's going on. So the streets were full, and when this incident occurred, the car, as we heard, had mounted the pavement and crashed into a shop front window. The police detained the man on the scene, as we've heard. Now, what's more interesting or important or relevant here is the location. We are right across from the location of a 2016 accident that has eerie similarities. In 2016, a truck plowed into a Christmas market on the Breitscheidplatz, which is right over here, right in front of the Gnadenskirche, a famous church here in Berlin. And as I was on my way here to this incident, I passed the memorial where those people are remembered, and there's still people putting flowers there. So that incident is still top of mind for many Berliners. And it's, of course, when we hear that this accident has occurred right in this place, people immediately start to question whether there are any connections. That incident was related to a terror incident. In the end, police pinned the blame on a Tunisian man who was associated with the so-called Islamic State. In this case here, we're still not sure of the incident. Police are being very keen to stress that we do not know yet the cause.
And we're hearing that it was down to quick action, quick thinking by people there, by passers-by, that the man was initially detained.
Those details are still coming through. We haven't really got clarity on that yet, but this is a very busy area. There are lots of people walking around, and as soon as anything would have occurred, there would have been plenty of passers-by to react. So we'll have to find out exactly how the man was detained. So what we can see here on the streets, though, it's all closed off. There are police everywhere. There's helicopters above, although the police said that the helicopters are merely as a precaution. They're not saying if they think that there's anything else to search for or anyone else to search for.
Thank you for that, Joel. Joel Dolroy in Berlin. Just to recap, one person dead, several people reported to have been injured after someone drove into crowds there in central Berlin. Thank you for that, Joel.